Borrasca is a story from the book Cold Thin Air Volume 2 by C.K. Walker, and it follows a kid called Sam Walker moving to the town of Drisking for his dad's new job as a police officer. He befriends a kid called Kyle, and they spend the summer together with another one of Kyle's friends, Kimber. On the last Saturday of summer, they tell Sam about a tree called the Triple Tree, and if Sam doesn't perform the right ceremony, then he'll disappear and die. They go to the tree with Kyle's little brother Parker, and Sam has to carve his name into the tree, and he sees a ton of other names already carved into it. After that, he has to say the phrase, "Underneath the triple tree there is a man who waits for me. Should I go or should I stay? My fate's the same, either way." In the treehouse, they see written on the wall, "Roads to the gates of hell, mile marker 1, and on the floor, Parker carves the word, fart. They then find some beer that some teenagers left up there, and after drinking it, they hear a metallic sound coming from up in the mountains. Kyle and Kimber tell Sam that it comes from a place in the mountains called Borrasca, where the skinned men live. On the first day of school, Sam's dad drops him off, and Sam is complaining that it's unfair that his sister Whitney gets to take the bus to school, and Sam's dad has to take him to school, but Sam's dad tells him it's because she's 13 and Sam's only 9, and it's a nice little sweet conversation between Sam and his dad. At school, Sam, Kyle and Kimber meet up, and they're talking about what teachers they have, until Kyle finds out that he has a really bad and strict teacher, and so he's like, "Fuck!" He then immediately gets heard by Sam's dad's boss, Sheriff Clary, who's all like, "What did you say to me?" It's a nice little moment, you know, everyone's experienced that where you swear in front of an adult for the first time accidentally, and I think it's a nice little inclusion. When Sam enters class, he finds out that Kimber isn't very well liked when a group of popular girls ask him why he hangs out with Kimber, who's a fucking stupid nerd, and not them. And Sam, he just basically calls them bitches. Fuck you, bitch! In the playground, Sam is talking to a kid whose older brother is dating Sam's sister, when suddenly the playground goes quiet at the sound of the metal grinding from the mountains. The kid whose older brother is dating Sam's sister is called Phil, which is a weird name for a kid, but they then talk to a girl whose older sister disappeared after seeing the skinned men, and Phil tells Sam that she was taken to the shiny gentleman. The sound doesn't come back till Christmas, and Sam brings up with his dad, and he says that his boss, Sheriff Clary, said it's a private property up in the mountains. Sam then starts talking about the skinned men and Borrasca, and his dad is just like, "Dude, what the fuck are you talking about?" After Christmas break, there's a school assembly with a man called Jimmy Prescott, who owns a bunch of businesses in Drisking and is pretty much just the head of Drisking. But Sam asks about the mines, and Jimmy Prescott said they all closed down, but a kid tells him that it's because 2 kids died in there, so they all had to blow up all of the mines in fear of poisoning the water supply. And then Sam and Kyle start making jokes about fucking exploding after drinking water. An hour later, Sam gets a call telling him to come home, and when he gets there, he finds his sister has gone missing. He tries telling the police about Borrasca and the shiny gentleman, but they obviously do not fucking care, so he rides his bike to the triple tree, and he sees Kyle and Kimber there, and when he looks at the tree, he sees Whitney's name, followed by the sound of the metallic grinding. I've moved location in my 100-pound Crocs because 8 years after Whitney's disappearance, and Sam is working in a sandwich shop owned by Jimmy Prescott, who lets him leave early to hang out with Kyle and Kimber. Kyle and Kimber are dating now, and they spot one of the popular girls whose friends have all left town, and of course, since they're 17, they smoke weed now. The next day, Sam skips school to go to work, and we learn that Kimber's parents fight all the time, and Kimber's mum fucking hates Kyle. At Sam's work, his boss is crying so hard and loud, kind of like when I got my 200 Crocs dirty, but it is so loud to the point that Sam calls her husband, and as soon as he gets there, he just starts trauma dumping the shit on Sam, talking about how they can't have kids and that she blames him for them not having kids, and it's so fucking depressing. Naturally, Sam starts asking about Borrasca and the skinned men, and his boss's husband is just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But his wife interrupts, saying she wants to go through with it. Sam is still looking for Whitney, so him and Kyle go to some old historian lady while Kimber's babysitting. They lie to her and say that they want to know about the mines for a school project. The old lady at some point asks if they need to write down the information she's telling them, and Kyle just uses 2 fingers to tap on his forehead. They find out that when the kids went missing in the mine, the Prescotts had a search for the bodies, but the city had enough and called it off because it fucking killed one of the cousin Prescotts. He fucking died in the mine. But then the fucking city blew up the mines, and it did actually affect the water supply, but the Prescotts helped to fix it. Kyle and Sam then pick up Kimber from babysitting, and they plan to go to the hospice place to talk to Tom Prescott, who's the father of Jimmy Prescott. While Kyle and Kimber are talking, Sam notices the kids that Kimber were babysitting playing a game about Borrasca and the skinned men. The next day, Kyle, Sam and Kimber go to see Tom Prescott, and he's talking about how good the town used to be, and he's talking about the powder, and Sam starts asking about the fucking skinned men and the triple tree. Tom starts saying he never charged anyone triple, and he gets pissed off and starts yelling, so they leave. And on the way home, Kimber gets a call saying that her mum has killed herself via jumping off the hospital roof, and when they get to the hospital, the part ends with this line: "I watched Kimber wail from across the room as her mother's body grew cold in the morgue beneath us." Kimber doesn't show up to school for 2 days, and when she does, Sam asks if she knows about the letter that her mum left her. Kimber's dad said she didn't leave a letter, but Sam is certain he heard a mention of it, so they make a plan for Kimber to go home during the funeral to get the letter while her dad is distracted, but the plan goes sideways when near nobody shows up for the funeral. Also, while Kimber is crying, Kyle asks her what's wrong. Oh my god! Kimber goes to the bathroom getting ready to leave, and Sam and Kyle talk to Kimber's dad, and he's mad that his wife killed herself. And as Kyle is about to leave to help Kimber, Kimber's dad yells that he can't see Kimber anymore, and he has to stay by Kimber's dad's side, and that Sam should go and help Kimber. It's a nice little awkward moment, you know, when you fucking talk to someone's parents for the first time. I remember when I was out with one of my friends, and I was getting picked up by his parents, and as soon as I fucking got in the car, my friend was like, "This is my friend Josh, he's gay," and I'm like, I'm not, by the way.
You're lying.
But I was just in that moment, I was like, hi, nice to meet you. And that, okay, don't get me wrong, they're fucking lovely people, his parents. They were so nice, but the whole car ride, they're asking me questions like, "Oh yeah, how are you doing and stuff?" And I'm like, "Hi, I'm okay, thank you." And I'm like fucking Charlie Brown in the back. I've got a backpack, by the way, in this situation, and a bunch of other shit. So I get out of the car, I fucking tumble out with all this fucking equipment, and I'm like, "Thanks for the lift, appreciate it." And then I fucking like, I walk and I call my mum, and I'm like, "Can I get picked up?" I'm in a fucking Tesco, and it's like really late at night because I didn't want to trouble them by saying, "Can you drop me by a house?" So they literally drove like a minute into like into this town where I'm in, and they're like, "You sure you don't want to be dropped at your house?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I'm fine, thank you." Anyway, Sam goes to see Kimber, but she's gone, and he gets 2 texts back from her saying, "I found it, and they're here." They see 2 officers talking to Kimber's dad outside the church. He gets angry and he yells at them, and when they go to Kimber's house, they see Sam's car parked outside with the keys still in it. They go to see Sam's dad at the police station, who says Kimber and her dad are most likely on vacation, and Sam knows he can't trust his dad anymore, so he searches for 11 nights, and on that 11th night, he hears the metallic sound coming from the mountains, and he knows that Kimber is dead. The next day, Sam and Kyle see Sam's boss in a coffee shop, who seems a lot happier than before, and she mentions that she heard that Kimber and her father are on vacation. Sam and Kyle go to the historian lady and find out that a Borrasca is the name of an abandoned mine, and they're given a map of the Borrasca in the woods. In the woods, they find a sign for the Drisking underground mine, but the letters have fallen off, so the sign now reads Skin ND MIN. Also, we're getting somewhere kind of serious, so I'm going to tone down the silly Photoshop images, and I got kind of sick when recording the next bit, so it sounds kind of different. They walk around one of the buildings and see Jimmy Prescott's truck parked outside, as well as the sound of sex coming from the inside of the building. They then climb inside the window of the building and see a bunch of naked women tied to beds. The women don't scream, they just watch them with tired eyes, and Sam promises to come back and get them. Sam then turns the corner to see Jimmy Prescott hunched over one of Sam's classmates, and Jimmy notices Sam, but he doesn't stop what he's doing. Kyle then yells that he found Kimber, and Sam and Kyle take the straps off her, and Sam doesn't look at her because because he knows if he does, it will break him. Kimber can't walk, and as they're about to leave, Sam sees Whitney naked and tied up to a bed, and Sam gets Kyle and Kimber to leave without him while he tries to save her. Sam unties Whitney, but she doesn't want to leave, and Jimmy says that he's been thinking about having sex with her in front of Sam, just to see the look on his face. And then Jimmy punches Sam in the face. Sheriff Clary comes back with Kyle and says he couldn't find Kimber, and it annoys Jimmy Prescott to the point he kicks Kyle in the ribs, breaking them. Jimmy then picks up Kyle, punching him in the face, knocking a few teeth out before punching him in the face a few more times. Jimmy then says it's his last chance to tell him where Kimber is, to which Kyle responds, "Fuck you." Jimmy then stomps on Kyle's head, cracking his skull. Jimmy says Sam can leave with Kyle and save his life, or try and save Whitney, and Sam leaves with Kyle to go to the hospital. After Sam drops Kyle at the hospital, his dad tells him never to speak of this incident ever again, and that the people of Driskin believe that Sam is the one who beat Kyle to near death. That year, Sam's boss has a child called William. Kyle was released from the hospital in a vegetated state, and Sam knows the Kyle he knew is dead, so he moves to Chicago for years and becomes a drug addict, until one day he gets a letter. The letter explains how women in the town couldn't have children because of the iron in the water, so the Prescotts made the stables and sold the children to the people of Drisking, but they started selling to human traffickers and made them pay triple the price. The town was flooded with money, and there were more families in Drisking than ever before, so people didn't complain. The babies made by the Prescotts are named P, and the children made by Sheriff Clary are named with a K. The letter ends with, "I love you. I'm sorry I have to leave you. We all have to answer for our sins, and I'm ready to burn in hell for mine. Love always and forever, Mom." And that was Borrasca. To those loyal followers who didn't know what's going on, pretty much the entire town was in on a trafficking ring, and the skinned mine was, the skin men was the skin mine, and the shiny gentleman was the big machine that was used to ground up women who couldn't have children, and Kimber's mom fucking hated Kyle because Kyle and Kimber were pretty much half brother and sister. Also, Sam's boss has a child called William because of the Walker name, showing that his dad has started going into the Borrasca business. And if you're sad about the story and want to continue feeling sad, then listen to, and not to be a TikTok teen here, but Josine Eilingworth's Silent Earth. It really fits the vibe. And personal opinion, if you make a Borrasca movie, that would be a nice little credit song, get people even more sad about it. And if this is your first time reading the story, or you're just happy with that ending, click off the video. I'm not even joking. If this is your first time hearing the story, come back in a week, right? Let it set in your brain, let it mold in there, and just think about these kids whose lives were pretty much ruined because of all these adults in their life. But if you don't give a fuck and just want to hear the story anyway, then let's just—
What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that, Private?
The story is set 9 years after the events of the original. Sam has become a drug addict, living in a piece of shit apartment until one day he's visited by Kimber. She convinces Sam to go back to Drisking after the FBI ignored her request, and she has loads of guns in her car and a contact in Drisking, but she won't tell Sam who. First red flag, because I fucking hate that trope. Personally, I don't like the trope of a character knows a piece of information, but they have to wait till the right moment to tell this to another character instead of just being honest. The contact tells her that Kyle is alive but sedated, and when I read it I was like, stop it, please, I beg you! Because Kyle's sacrifice is so meaningful in the story. He seems like a douche. Everyone knows a Kyle, right? Everyone knows a Kyle. They're sweet, but they can be kind of a dick sometimes. But his sacrifice made him so much more endearing because he cared about Kimber so much that he was willing to fucking die, basically, to save her. And then in this story, it's like, no, he's alive. He's good. He just had a bump on the head. I'm gonna stop complaining. I swear to fucking God, I will stop complaining because Sam's dad is the sheriff and Sam is on the edge because he's just fucking going mental because he wants to do heroin. He wants to do loads of heroin. The plan is to go to Borrasca and kill all the cops, and Sam's roommate is a hacker who can leak all the files on Borrasca that exist for some reason, even though it's so much evidence that you're running a rape place. Okay, now I swear to God I will stop complaining, I swear. But they go to the antique shop and they find out the old lady died before Sam spots his old boss, and biologically Whitney's son. Sam starts yelling at her and going crazy.
Your fucking ass, man!
Anyway, they leave and everyone knows that they're back in town now, so they just go full into Borrasca, but it's empty, and Sam just starts freaking out because he hasn't had it, and he just starts going crazy, so they go back to the hotel. Sam gets angry and he wants Kimber to hate him, so he starts talking about Kyle and how they're like related and stuff, and Kimber gets angry. She doesn't want to talk about Kyle, and they get in a big argument that results in Sam wanting to go back to Chicago, and he just can't function without any heroin. The night before Sam leaves, he starts hearing the metallic grinding, and he's like, fuck, I gotta stay in Borrasca and I gotta go all cold turkey. After 9 days, Sam's feeling better, and Kimber says that her contact is on his way, so that is fucking Jimmy Prescott.
Jimmy! No, spare Jimmy!
He immediately tases Kimber, and he's like, women, right? Basically, to sum up, Jimmy wants Sam to kill his sheriff dad, and he makes loads of jokes, and I said I wouldn't fucking complain. But in the first, he made a few jokes, and it was fucking horrible when he made the jokes during the whole, like, Sam finding out, but he didn't over-joke, okay? In this, let me quote it. I say we take down the sheriff and install you as big dick on campus. Pussy for miles, son. And you can't be getting a lot these days walking around like you do. And that's followed up by Jimmy revealing that Sam's dad was the one who raped Kimber in Borrasca. Sam gets a package from Chicago, and him and Kimber start fighting about it because she thinks it's heroin, and Sam goes back to his old house to find out that his dad has married one of his old school friends. Basically, Sam's new stepmom starts being a dick, and she's like saying how Sam's mom died by like a car accident or something, or an accident, or what the fuck ever. Sam's mom's dead, and Sam starts burning pictures of Whitney because he's so angry, and his new stepmom just calls Sam's dad, so they're on their way, but Kimber gets there, knocks out Sam's new stepmom, and they run off back to the hotel, and there's a big police chase, and holy hell, what's all this action? Oh my god, was that an explosion? What is going on? Holy hell. They hide up in the mountains and they practice how to shoot, only to realize the cops took all their ammo, so they have one bullet and one bulletproof vest. Sam decides to leave Kimber and go there by himself, and he's immediately ambushed by a bunch of cops, and they've taken Kimber as well. Sam's dad shows up and he just starts his evil villain speech. Sam's dad is cartoonishly evil, and I had to convince my friend to read this line. So in context, Sam is calling out his dad for basically being a pedophile. Because of those girls and the things they said you did.
Exactly. I was making money, and they were getting laid.
They were 14.
14's older than you think, Sam. And it's not like I touched them.
So what is this you wanted all along? A great big rape empire?
If that's what it takes. I'm only here for the power and the women. I'm an alpha, Sam. That's why I can't figure out what the fuck happened to you. You've got the blood of kings running through your veins and you fill them with tar. That shit is for fucking women.
What are you talking about?
They start having an Omni-Man-ass conversation like,
I can make another son.
you could, but you want me. You want to break me. You want to mold me into you. Because that's the way you win.
Oh, I've already won, Sam.
No, I have. You're a slave to your own fucking hubris, and I can say and do whatever I want, and your pride won't allow you to kill me. Sam's dad then gets annoyed and shoots and fucking kills Kimber. And Sam is literally, I'm not even joking, he is basically like,
I loved her!
He then shoots Sam in his bulletproof vest, but he didn't have a bulletproof vest, and Kimber was wearing it, and she fucking kills Sam's dad by shooting him in the head. The package from Chicago wasn't drugs, and it was just a CCTV camera that Sam put up in Borrasca, and Seth has been live streaming this entire thing, and when Jimmy Prescott finds out, him and all the other cops run away, and Sam passes out from drug loss. I mean blood loss, oh my god. Sam then fucking dies. That was a joke, by the way. That's how I felt when I got my £2 million crotch dirty. You thought that wouldn't come back, didn't you? You thought that joke was done and that I forgot about it. It just came back. It just came back. Anyway, he's alive and he wakes up in the hospital. And the FBI says that Jimmy snitched on everyone and everyone's in jail. And everyone's all happy and in jail. Kimber and Sam then go to visit Kyle, but he's non-responsive. Until he finally speaks, uttering Kimber's name. And that was Borrasca Part 5. Put that creepcast clip on the screen right now.
Oh, does this make my voice sound like a monster? If I see you again on my property, I'm beating.
Okay, I won't talk long because I'm gotta get this video out by tomorrow. but I love the first Borrasca, okay? I'm putting it there with pen pal for me. I love the themes and the like settings and the friendship dynamics. Oh my god, the friendship dynamics is so fucking good. But I really like it. I think it's good. The foreshadowing as well. Holy shit, I fucking love the foreshadowing in the first Borrasca. And the ending worked so well for me because Sam promises that he will come back for the women, but he can't do shit. He's a fucking kid. So the entire story is just like, it's really good because the whole thing, you think that Sam, yeah, he can defeat whatever kind of evil stuff is going on in the town, but then at the end, kind of reality sets in, and you're like, no, he's a fucking kid, he can't do shit. But then Borrasca Part 5 came along, and spoilers for No Country for Old Men, but it's kind of like if they made a sequel to that, and Llewellyn, how the fuck do you say it? If the guy, Josh Brolin, if he came back and he just killed Anton, that would defeat the entire fucking point of the movie, the first one, and the original, and the end of Borrasca is kind of intended to piss you off, and it's meant to make you sad, but part 5 is just guns blazing. It's like, no, don't worry about the ending to that. This is all cool now. Everything's fine, and they're good, and now Kyle's alive again. He's chill, and they're all friends again. So, editing note here, I forgot to mention that Sheriff Clary was killed by Sam's dad in part 5 because he, you know, did that thing to Whitney. And also, the Triple Tree was taken down when Sam was in Chicago. I'm not trying to be rude. CK Walker, you're not watching this because this has 2 views, but I respect that she didn't put this in the actual story and you have to go out your way to find it, because she even knew the original story ending. It is very impactful. It is very good. And I am not going to keep going on about this. I feel bad because CK Walker, she also wrote she helped write House on Haunted Hill, which I've heard is fucking amazing. And it's Halloween. If you don't got anything to watch, just go watch that. It looks pretty cool. I'll watch it. I'll put on the thingy on my little YouTube status what I think of it. I'll go watch it, I swear to God. And that's kind of it. I have to get this out tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Have a happy Halloween, everyone. And thank you. Goodbye.